What's up, YouTube? Shawn from the Guaranteed Success Plan, and today we're going to talk about how to start your business sprinting, how to take off right out of the gate. This will also work for agents that are a little bit of a slump or even ones that want to turn it up a couple notches. All right, so let's cut the fluff and get straight to it. You guys ever look around your office or your brokerage and you see a lot of agents not doing a whole lot of stuff, but the deals keep coming? That has a lot to do with momentum. And momentum can either work with you or against you. It is one of the most powerful things inside your business. And you have to understand it takes a mountain of work to actually get momentum going on your side. Think of it like a train pulling out of the tracks. It takes a huge amount of effort and energy to get that train moving. But once it's moving and on the track, it doesn't take that much effort at all. So what you have to understand is for you to get a big start, you are going to have to work your ass off. And then you take that social proof of you being an expert, professional, and busy, and you put that on social media, and the deals will actually just start coming on their own. So let's break this down real quick. Here's some of the activities that you should be and need to be doing as soon as you have your license so that you can hit the ground running. For most of us, we actually don't have a lot of money when we start in the business. So a lot of these activities need to be free or low cost, because if you're starting to blow your budget spending thousands of dollars a month and you're not getting a lot of production, you are gonna burn yourself out of this industry before you can even start. The first thing you need to do is actually make a post that you're a realtor. Do not be a silent seller. Your friends and family are gonna be your biggest support group and your biggest source of referrals. So you need to let them know that you're in the business. So Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, all of them, every single platform, you need to make some kind of a post showing and announcing that you are a realtor. The second thing you need to do is start working your sphere. And you can work your sphere really, really well in two different ways. One, pick up the phone and start calling. One of the biggest mistakes, they just sit around waiting for their phone to ring and they don't even make that initial post. So nobody's gonna be calling you because nobody even knows that you're in the business. So pick up the phone and start dialing your sphere. Now, I'm talking about every single number in your phone. I don't care if you haven't talked to them in 10 years, if you can't remember who the person is. At some point, you guys knew each other enough to put the number in the phone. You need to call them and have a conversation with them. One of the biggest struggles that I had is I don't want to call somebody that I knew maybe 10 years ago. We hadn't had a conversation and I'm calling out of the blue to say, hey, I'm in real estate now. You got any referrals for me? You got any business for me? That just seems so tasteless. And honestly, I felt like I was gonna be bugging people. So I developed a script that actually got me my first listing, which was a multi-million-dollar listing in my first week in the business. I got that shared in a video down below. But in a nutshell, we're calling everybody to genuinely and generally catch up with everybody. Ask them if we can help them with anything at all. And I'm not talking about that whole side pitch of, can I help them with real estate? I'm talking about truly and genuinely helping them. Like, do they need a dog sitter for the week? Do they need help with social media? Do they need help with any kind of business planning? Whatever it is that you can help them with, offer it and do it. That's the biggest thing, is follow up and do it. In that warm call, real estate is obviously going to come up to the conversation. This is not your time to shine. This is not for you to take over the conversation. All we talk about is that it's great. I'm helping a lot of families. I love it. So the conversation back onto them because we're trying to catch up with them. Near the end of the conversation, that's when we can start talking about real estate and the things that we need because we've genuinely rebuilt that relationship with somebody. That's when we start asking for referrals, asking for likes and comments on social media and stuff like that. The next thing you have to do, work open houses. Everybody comes into this business seeing the flash and the lifestyle, the fancy watches, the vacations, all that kind of stuff, but they don't realize what kind of work it took to get to that level. We need to get there first before we can start relaxing. Open houses done properly are truly gold mines for your business. You need to be working open houses and clearly communities that you want to work. But my recommendation, especially for new agents, because everyone wants to be a luxury agent right out of the gate, even though you've never put a contract together before, is I would go and I would find homes that are in your benchmark price, that are in high turnover communities, because that's going to see the most traffic, that's going to give you the most experience. And once you get comfortable with actually buying and selling houses and knowing what you're doing, that's when you can really start cranking it up. And if you want to go into the luxury market or you want to go a different direction, you have the abilities to do so. But starting out there and literally fumbling your way through multi-million-dollar sales, it's going to be tough. Also, when we're talking about open houses, we can kind of work this into a schedule a little bit. A lot of people always want to take weekends off. Well, what happens is if you got a giant GCI goal, so you have a giant income target you want to hit, but you don't want to work weekends, I'm telling you guys, those aren't going to equate. If you're not willing to put in a massive effort to hit those massive goals, probably not going to happen. So what I would recommend is actually working this Saturday, Sunday, because those are high prospecting activities, and taking a weekday off instead. Third thing you need to be doing right out of the gate, door knocking. I know door knocking sounds like the old school type of prospecting, but it's incredibly effective, especially if you do it properly. Again, we got that video linked down below as well. These are incredible strategies to take your business through the roof instantly. You do not have to wait 4, 6, 8, 12 months to get going. I'm telling you, I got my first multi-million-dollar deal 1 week into business. Then I went door knocking for that open house and I got 2 more listings in the same neighborhood from that first one. So we had 3 deals. That is probably more than most agents do in their first year in the business. And I had that inside my first week. These methods truly work if you do them properly. A lot of people out here also push cold calling. In my experience, and then even now in my team's experience, cold calling and circle prospecting was not exactly a great return on our investment, which is our time and a little bit of money as well, because it costs $400 or $500 to cold call properly. So if you're not going to truly dive in, truly invest the time and really dig into it, you're just going to be burning your money again on something that's not going to get a bunch of results. Again, cold calling does work, but I feel it's one of those old school prospecting methods that really doesn't turn over as much business as you could with something else new school or the other ones that we talked about today. All right, let's get into the #1 prospecting method, the thing that is going to crank your business all the way up, and that's through social media. I'm telling you guys, social media will be the game changer for you. If you're not comfortable with it, if you don't know much about it, that is perfectly fine. But it is not perfectly fine to stay that way. Even when you start getting listings, if your social media game isn't strong and you can't market properties properly, what more are you doing than the MLS? Which means what more are you doing than some of these other brokerages that just put on MLS for them and is a for sale by owner? You guys need to be able to leverage the power of social media and to get more exposure for your listings and in turn get more exposure for your business so that you guys can really crank it up like we're talking. A quick overview of the social media strategy. Again, we got a whole video on that one, also linked down below. But a quick overview is to be posting things that people are truly interested in. So that's the food, fitness, inspiration, motivation, memes, the things that people will actually interact with. You need to have your account mostly filled with that. And then when you're posting real estate, you need to be able to post value type real estate. Stop just putting opens, sold, walkthrough, market stats, all that kind of stuff. Sure, those are important. Yes, they need to be there. But if that is the entirety of your social media account related to your business, nobody gives a shit. I'm telling you, you guys have to post value type real estate posts. Why do we tune into some of these celebrity real estate accounts? Why is there a bunch of TV shows based on real estate? It's because it's entertaining and there's value there. So instead of just saying that we're at an open house, why don't we do a walkthrough of the open house? Or even better, why don't we actually just pick something inside the house to talk about that has value? You could talk about anything and everything. You could go and show the age of windows. You could talk about different hardwood floors. You could walk into the furnace room and talk about HVAC systems, different shingle types. There's a million things that you can talk about for homeowners and seller tips, and that will drive your business forward. As you start to grow your social media account and your following grows, and you're posting value tips and value strategies about real estate, as well as things that people will truly engage with, the DMs start flowing. I could probably stop every other prospecting activity, and just through my inbound organic reach on social media alone, I would end up with 50 to 60 transactions. We also don't do leases where I'm from, so I'm actually talking about sales here. All right, guys, so let's wrap this up really quick for you. Again, when you're coming out of the gate and you want to come out of the gate swinging, you need to put in the work and the effort. So the things we need to be doing is working our sphere and working them properly. And that's through phone calls and as well DMs on social media, keeping in touch, keeping top of mind with everybody. Working open houses. You need to be working opens when you start in this business. It's one of those non-negotiables that will truly get your business going quick. I know there's a lot of people in your office that probably will say, oh, I worked it open for 10 years and I never got any business from it. Oh, you know, you don't need to be working it. You could be spending your time doing something better. Well, listen, I'm telling you guys, I have trained hundreds and hundreds of agents. I have a team myself and I came from nothing. Open houses was gold for business. Door knocking. If you guys want to own a neighborhood or you want to get business right away and you want to be talking to homeowners, knock on their door, have a conversation with them. Get to know the people that you want to be working with, and especially in the neighborhoods that are hot or neighborhoods where you want to work. Door knocking is an incredibly powerful strategy if it's done right. And last, social media, by posting all of this stuff on all of the platforms. And why we need to be on all the platforms is because we need to be where people enjoy consuming their content, not where we like consuming it or where we like posting. For example, for me, before I started in real estate, I hadn't logged on to Facebook for almost 3 years. So if you were trying to market to me or try to sell me something, I was not there on Facebook. You were wasting your time, wasting your money. But I was over on Instagram a little bit and Snapchat a lot. And this is another one. People disregard some of these platforms saying, oh, Snapchat, TikTok, it's for kids, it's for that. Well, I can tell you straight up, my first year in the business, I did 5 deals from Snapchat alone. Direct DMs to me from Snapchat. Some were referrals, some were clients, but direct from Snapchat alone, 5 deals my first year. I'm currently working with a client that's actually doing a large commercial purchase and a few residential purchases as investments. The only way we communicate is Snapchat. I have her number, I have her on other platforms. She barely ever answers her phone, will not return a text. Snapchat, instant messages back. All right, well, that's it for this video. So if this was helpful for you, click the bell, subscribe down below. And again, I love having conversations with agents. I love dialogue. I even like to learn or be told things or even just debate different things. So if you found this helpful or you want to have a chat about this, throw some comments in the DMs, send me an email, let's connect. And again, we're looking to grow the GSP, which is the Guaranteed Success Plan, into a monster group of agents. This will be an entire group that just supports, nurtures, cheers, and keeps each other accountable. So if you want to be part of the group, send me a message, send me an email. I'll let you know how to get in. There is no charge, no cost to it at all. But I promise you, everybody inside this group will be increasing their business, taking away the stress and anxiety of the game, and just having an overall better life and better career. See you guys.